بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
مولاي صل وسلم مولاي صل مولاي صل وسلم مولاي صل مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hello children, how are you all? Hope you all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to class 9. In class 9, I will be teaching you Samachir English, but only grammar. Miss Mehtab will also be teaching you English, but she will be taking prose, poem and supplementary, and I will be taking grammar for you. Okay, so your first English grammar topic in unit 1 is prepositions. Now let's see prepositions. Okay, you all remember what are called prepositions? We have studied this in class 8. We studied parts of speech in class 8. Hope you all remember. Now let's recall what we studied in class 8. How many parts of speech are there? There are 8 parts of speech. They are noun, adjective, adverb, verb, pronoun, preposition, conjunction and interjection. Okay, now you all remember? Yes. So what is a noun? Noun is a naming word. Okay, what is an adjective? A word which describes the noun is called an adjective. Pronoun. A word which is used instead of a noun is called a pronoun. Verb. It is an action word. Adverb. An adverb is a word which tells how, when or where an action is done. Preposition, a word which shows the relationship between the words. Conjunction, joining words or sentences are called conjunctions. And now the last one is interjection. Words which expresses the sudden feeling are called interjection. Okay. Now you must be remembering parts of speech, isn't it? So you all remember. So now in that we studied preposition, isn't it? So now we will see that in detail, okay? First we will see what is a preposition, okay? So preposition is a word that shows a relationship between a noun or a pronoun and another word in a sentence, okay? What is a preposition? It is a word that shows a relationship between a noun or a pronoun and another word in a sentence. We will see the example now. The book is on the table. Okay, here book and table are nouns. So if I remove on and write the book is the table, okay, what will you understand? We will not understand anything because it doesn't give the proper meaning, isn't it? So book is the table means it has no meaning. So if we put on preposition there, okay, we can understand it very clearly, the book, that because it tells the position of the book. Okay, where is the book? It is on the table. It means what? It is on the top of the table. It is kept on the top of the table. Okay, so now it is placed, you can see here, it is placed before the noun. Here table is a noun, so on is placed before the noun. It shows the relationship between the book and the table. Okay, we will see some common examples of prepositions: in, on, off, around, down, out, up, away, back, into, through. Now let us read from your textbook. Here the same definition is given. A preposition is a word that is placed before a noun or a pronoun to show the relationship to other words in a sentence. See here, some of the pictures are given here down. Okay, these are the examples for you, and you can easily understand by seeing the pictures. First one is above, second one is under, third beside, fourth outside, fifth one is inside, sixth one on top of. See the second line now. First one is in front of, second behind, third between, fourth around, fifth up and down, and sixth is through. See, by seeing the pictures, you can easily understand the meaning of these words, isn't it? So these prepositions. So these words are called prepositions. Okay. Prepositions also give information about time, place, or movement. So now let's see types of prepositions. Preposition of time, preposition of place, preposition of movement or direction. So these are the types of prepositions. Okay. First we will learn about prepositions of time. In, on, at. So first we will see the examples of prepositions of time. They are in, on, at, since, for, during, etc. So now we will see what are called prepositions of time. Okay, they are used to indicate or tell when a particular event happened. Okay, when. That's very important. Now we will see when to use the prepositions of time. So first we will see at. Okay, at we will use for exact time. Okay, for telling the exact time. That is at 9 o'clock, at 2 p.m., at 1 p.m., etc. Okay. So at is used when we say the exact time. So now the next one is on. Okay, it is used for days and dates. Like for example, like we can say on Saturday, on Monday, on Tuesday, etc. And same like that for dates also. On 22nd January, on 24th January, etc. Okay. Next one is in. In is used for the period of time. Like for example, we can use it for months, years, and seasons. Okay, we can say it as in summer, in December, in 1975, okay, in the morning, in the afternoon, like that. Okay, in 10 minutes. Okay, it tells about the period of time. Now this is your textbook page. Okay, we can see the examples from your textbook. Okay, so now we saw that prepositions of time, it tells us when a particular event happened. Okay, so now we'll see the first example. I was studying in the morning. Okay, when I was studying in the morning. So here it tells about the time, and so we have used in. So in is the preposition. Okay, see the second one. She was born on the 5th of July. Okay, so here on is used for day and dates, isn't it? So here in this sentence, the date is given 5th of July. So we have used on. Okay, here on is a preposition of time. Okay, see the third example. I will reach there at 6 o'clock. So we saw that at is used for exact time, isn't it? Here in this sentence, exact time given is 6 o'clock. So we have used at 6 o'clock. So here I will reach there at 6 o'clock. So here in is used for period of time, on is used for day and dates, and at is used for exact time. Okay, so these are prepositions of time. The next one is prepositions of place. Preposition of place shows us the position or location of something. Okay, it answers to the question where. Okay, where something is. Okay, so let's see the examples now. In, on, between, behind, under, over, near, etc. So here in and on are used both for prepositions of time and place. Okay, we can use it for both. Okay, it is according to the sentence. Now see the picture displayed here. The first one you can see the ball is behind the box. Okay, here behind is the preposition because it shows the position of the ball. See the second picture. The ball is in front of the box. So in front of is the preposition of place because it tells us the position, okay, where the ball is. So same way, see the third one. The ball is next to the box. Here next to is the preposition of place because it tells us about the position of the ball. Okay, so hope you all have understood this. This is your textbook page and we will see some more examples for prepositions of place. The first one is the cat is on the wall. Okay, on is the preposition because it shows the position or location of the cat. See the second one. Jenny lives near her workplace. Here near is also preposition of place. The third one is Raj is in his room. Here in is a preposition. Okay. So these are the examples of prepositions of place. It shows us the position or location of something and it answers to the question where. Okay, that's very important here. Okay, so the basic prepositions of place examples we can say as behind, in front of, next to, between, near, above, below, in, on, etc. So here in and on are used for both time and place. Now the next one is prepositions of movement. Prepositions of movement are used to describe the movement or direction. Okay, it shows the movement from one place to another. So you can see some of the examples here: to, into, towards, through, etc. Okay, these are prepositions used to describe the movement, okay, in the direction of something. We will see the examples in the textbook page for prepositions of movement. The first one, I went to the bookstore. To is the preposition. Second one, the swimmer jumped into the pool. Into is the preposition. Third one, the dog was coming towards him. Towards is a preposition. Here in these three sentences, to, into, towards are prepositions of movement. There are some more prepositions we should look into. They are since and for, during and in, between and among. So we will see this in your part 2 video inshallah. Thank you dear students and Jazakallahu khairan.